Hey, get off your chair. Look at that wonderful autumn scene there. Wouldn't you like to walk into that wonderful yonder there far away and watch the bees and the birds and the squirrels? That what you see here, we will put on this almighty canvas.
The magic of oil painting is made possible by a grant from Aaron Brothers Art Marks.
Yes, then and then I should remind you on what we really got. Because I go on painting all the time, and I never tell you about that almighty palette, the almighty paint we have, the almighty brush, almighty knife, and that almighty canvas there. And you have a solid easel. If you have all that and a happy heart, boy, you fire in. You can do almost anything. Okay, now we aim for that wonderful autumn scene there. First, the magic light is on the canvas. It's wet, you see. And I put the sky in, the happy sky. First, we have a kind of a phthalo green sky there. Kind of an autumn sky. See the way we put on, because I'm mixing on the canvas. The white paint is on there and it's wet. It's wet. Good. All right, so now the next step. Next comes next. You see far away purple movements. I will use alizarin crimson, Prussian blue, and I mix it here on my board and fire in movement. There's just movements there. See that most of that will be covered up. See, just like that. As long as you have that purple movement in the back. I call this always background music. There will be the other trees, you see nothing there anyway. All right. You see, we are already a lot of steps forward. Always darker on the bottom. See, now you can see the fields. I can see already what will come out there. Wash your brush. I use paint thinner to wash my brush. I should remind you on that too. Now we get a lot of mail and people ask me always, what the devil you use there to wash your brush? I think I've lightened up my sky a little bit because I feel uncomfortable with that's a bit too dark there, I think so anyway. Give me a bit more happiness there, that color. Okay, good. The next step, next comes next. I will put that happy little yellow field in there. See, that happy little yellow field in there. Always next comes next. Paint from far away, overlap to close. And that's the way I show you here. Okay. Maybe put it like this. Maybe a little touch is there, that's there. But that will be most covered up anyway. Okay. See how far we are already. Now we will take the little 1-inch brush, alizarin crimson, phthalo green, maybe a touch of blue, and you fire in the shrubs beside the road there. See? Look at that. Beautiful. And you mark your road the way you want it. See, you can have a bit more yellow there, a bit more autumn colors. See, that turns it in green. There we are. And that is so easy. See, here we put it dark again because, and all the road you should put dark again. First I mark my road, but have it dark underneath. Have it dark underneath. See, make it dark underneath because you need dark in order to show light. If there is no dark, you never get light. Okay, something like this, that would be better. See? There we are. Now, the next step, you put some happy tree trunks in. I will use little passion blue and alizarin crimson, and we put it on this side, the first trees. See? That's, you can use the knife, your magic knife if you want to. Use your magic knife if you want to. There you are. Don't matter how many trees you want to put in there. See, all of them will come out there. All of them coming out there. See? Now, the next step, highlight those trees. We use a touch of red and yellow, like the orange color. That would be nice. Okay, you can highlight them like this. It gives you autumn feeling too. Okay. This tree here. Yeah. This tree here. No problem. Here a little bit and there a little bit, and you got it already coming in the autumn tune. In a happy autumn tune. A bit more there, a bit more there, a bit more there. Maybe here a little bit, let the sun bounce around. Okay, the next step. I will use my 1-inch brush and we will use a kind of a yellow, green, yellow in the background there, yellow and green. Take a look how I take it off. That's the sap green and a touch of yellow. It gives you kind of a happy color there. And I put branches in there. See how loose they come? Look at that. Beautiful. You know, it's nice when you paint and you can always say, oh, that's beautiful. Look at the action I got. Here you can just add some kind of coming out there, whatever. Now, you highlight that. I don't clean my brush. I just go into the yellow. The light is coming from this side. Highlight that with kind of a yellowish tone. And keep it like branches, never destroy it. And when you touch, you see me touching it, never touch twice on the same spot. Because look at that beautiful movement there. I made it now. If I go over the second time, I ruin all that. And that's the nature of all of us. We want to do it better. And what we are doing, we go over twice. You don't do that. You go over once. See, I go over, bang, 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 finish. And don't you ever go over that again. Because that is, I remember in my classes, it was the biggest thing. There's one touch, and that's the almighty touch. There's no other touch, one almighty touch. And you have to learn to make it right. And that's why you have to go to school for a while. Or you have a natural talent, and Charles Russell, see? He was my hero. Oh, that guy could paint. Oh, wasn't he ever nice? Okay, the next step, already I have it all in the background. Now we will cover up a lot. You don't have to cover that up. You can put it in wherever you want. I will put the other tree. I show you other tree with the fan brush. With that almighty fan brush. With that almighty fan brush. Oh, we say, this tree standing there. See? Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, this is the colors that I use. Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, they're the colors I use. See, and then you can go and tape it off whatever you want. That is wonderful. You can have it split here. See? Expand whatever you want to do now. You can have other tree just grown next beside it. You think about light and shadows. Shadow from one side, light from the other side, and off it goes. So whatever, you can have more trees, but just happen we want to leave it like that. So we will highlight that. I just take the other fan brush, and you highlight that, maybe a bit of white. You can act like a happy little birch tree. See? There you are. See, light on light, it just would not work. If I use the same colors, actually it's the same color what I got here, see? It's the same color what I got here. If I use on the tree, I reduce my tree. Then you become smart. As long as you paint, as more you become a fox. If you ever had watched me right, I have ears like a fox already. I grow ears like a fox. You see, because you learn to outsmart your canvas. And beginner, don't think about that, but I hope I can get you into that almighty swing and you outsmart your canvas. See, that's 40 years of experience. And in that time, I better smarten up and learn the right idea. See, there you are. No, but what I do here, I will use a touch of red. You see? I use a touch of red and still get my highlights. Can you see that? And here I can do the same thing. You still give me a bit highlight, but put it in there, a bit of it. And another taper off. Good. Now, there are arguments. I know already. A lot of guys will argue. They'll say, that's not possible. That is possible because I did it. And I hope you learn to use your colors right. Because I know I had in my classes arguments, they say, how come that tree is light there and dark there? That's not possible. But we create the optic illusion. That is why you're an artist. You will learn a lot of other tricks as you are painting pictures. And I myself think that's a wonderful idea. Here, put a couple branches in, here a couple branches, and maybe here one, and here one hanging down, here one hanging down. You see, there one running this way. Look what fine lines you can do, brush. I think you will like that too, isn't it? Look at that. All right, finish. Now you use your 1-inch brush again, and you can use a bit of phthalo green and yellow that gives you a beautiful green. See that green? How about you make a close-up on that? See, look. Is that ever nice? Look at that green. See, now you can fire in. But look at the loose branches I try to create here. Let it fly around, let it fly around. But if you would watch my hands, it's always touch and move. It is not touch. It is touch and move. See? Look at that. I wish, could you make a close-up on that particular stroke? You see? Maybe here. There, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's what I wish you would create. And that's master out of you. And you can create in a short time. You don't have to waste half a lifetime on the painting what's worth just that money. Okay. Now I get always excited new and new again about the way I can do it now. See, add colors here and there a little bit. See, so that it becomes not okay. Now that's on this side again. So let's fire off. Let's fire off here. Look at us. Isn't that beautiful how the branches are flying left and right and left and right, and there's no block. I don't block it up and I don't clog it up. In the beginning, when you start painting, there is so problem always. I remember in my classes, God, everything is clogged up, and we need the looseness. But then I use a paint what does the job. It is the paint what does it. See, if you buy a paint, buy that hard, solid paint. That otherwise, it just will not work for you. It just will not work for you. You know, I can highlight that. I can use a touch of white into that, and you can highlight that a little bit if you want to. You see, look at that. Just from the sunny side. Nice. And then talk to yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you want to do it. I always have to tell myself, look at, look at that. Then it excites you. You're in it. You're with it. See? And that's why you have to live in the bubble when you paint. Okay, here we maybe put on a bit of highlights in there, a little bit of highlights in, and maybe here a little bit, and here a little bit, and there, whatever here, to fire and kind of start getting alive. It's getting alive. Okay, now the next step. Up here. See? Maybe a bit darker in the back. See, that gives you light and shadows more. See, now I have to create that dark in there. Oh, that's dark. See, the road is coming out from there. See how easy you create? Just make that deep in there, the road is coming out of that hole there. And now you put the trees all around and you got it made, see? Create that even darker. Oh, that's good. A little crimson, Prussian blue, they're the darkest colors. You know, I have no problem to get what I want to get there. Okay, the next step will be 3 trunks, here one, there one. See, sometimes you just lay it on like this. Lay it on like this. No problem. Okay. See? When you get mad with your wife, don't hit her, hit that canvas. See, like this. See, all those little dog tails are sticking out there. Beautiful. Always talk to yourself. Beautiful. See, now here, see those long lines, cover them up a little bit. Here, there. See? I wouldn't like to show the long lines too much. Maybe here I would like to show a bit more the autumn colors, the yellow, the light, the sun. I'd like to show maybe. Hey, let it fly around which way you want it. Maybe here a little bit more light too. See, it comes alive. Now we have there just a happy little of a orangey kind of a tree. I will use alizarin crimson, Prussian blue, first the darker colors, and fire in the big tree there. See, there you got one already. Can fire another one. Other color if you want. You can have it for red. You don't have to copy it like that. That's what you get off. See, I want to show you when you start painting, you copy dead on. And as you go on painting, you learn that doesn't work like that. What I did, I moved that tree here, and that tree there, and that stone from there to there, and I still would say, oh, that is the original of mine. But when you go on painting for years, you don't do it anymore because you create your own paintings. See, I do that now, but here I want to show you just very shortly, that's the beginning of whatever you do. Okay. See? Oh, maybe here we will have kind of a tree like this, in between colors. See? And here, in between colors. Now the sun is hitting in there, then you highlight that. Highlight that. See, you highlight that too. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Highlight that. Always for the sun is the best. For the sun is the best, you fire the sun in there a little bit. That brightens up your paint. Now the sun hits in, but all of a sudden it lights up against the dark, you see? That's what it is. Now the branches are hanging over there, and you can see the hole already, that's the inside there. And maybe we have other tree in front of that. Okay, and the branches are turning over, they're going into that road. And on this side, the branches are darker. See, you a darker type of a, because it is all shadow there. But then in the meantime, I put a couple tree trunks in there, See, couple tree trunks in the dark. See? And now you are on that almighty road. Maybe here, we come out here, and we come forward there, See? Yeah. See, maybe here we make it a bit darker, make it a bit red in the shadow there. See, make it a bit of a shady road there. And then here it is still in the inside and all the trees behind, see? And then when you come out of that, see, all of a sudden you come out of that, into the light, into that almighty light there. Oh, look at that. And let it break, See, let it be, don't smear it up. Let it break up. This paint, what I use here, is made to make it always all kinds of movements. You see? There you are. Look, that makes the road. That makes the road perfect. See, all kinds of details. All kinds of thousand little details. See? There you go. The happy road, Ah, I love it. Nice to go, but you see here, and then do it like this. All of a sudden, the sun is coming out there. Here is just a bright spot. The sun goes through there between the trees and brightens up the spot in the inside there. You see? Now again, you just add a couple branches there, And try dark if you want to. See, darker branches here. You see how that works? You can have it like this. Look at that. Now you can go on the other side with a bit of the autumn color, you see there, and you do it like this. There we are. See how fast you create the almighty painting. Now that is actually all I should show you. Maybe you can have here something and there something. And what more you want to do? What more you want to do? Maybe add a little bit of a highlight there, a little highlight there, and maybe a bit there, and that is it. So, how you like it now? I thank you for watching me. Bye-bye.
In response to overwhelming requests, KOCE has prepared a personal guide to Bill Alexander's Magic of Oil Painting 3. To receive your copy of this instructional book on Bill Alexander's painting technique, please send $8 to Magic 3, Post Office Box 2703, Huntington Beach, California, 92647.